one of the things that I try and get candidates to talk about is fiscal responsibility. Now, we all talk about fiscal responsibility from the government, but how can we have a government, we the people, be fiscally responsible if we don't have Dave Ramsey's plans for Financial Peace University? So what happens is, what can the government or the office do to make certain that that kind of education is made more available to regular Hoosier citizens, so they understand what a budget is, they understand how to be prepared for worst case scenarios, so that they're not dependent on the government to help them out. They've already prepared themselves to be ready for a pandemic-like situation. Because we had a budget, COVID didn't do anything to us. We were able to buy ahead of time at, at
Right.
Costco or wherever,
Right.
and it didn't affect us whatsoever.
Yeah.
We were perfectly fine. I think that kind of education would be wonderful to come from the governor's office.
Yeah, I think it's a really good point. I guess I'll tie it together in this way, and you're going to think I'm rabbit trailing, but stick with me. So they have this department, the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Department. One of the things that we would be doing with that department is we would be decentralizing that department so that it's not in the backyard of the city of Indianapolis, and instead it would be all over the state of Indiana in our small town areas. We would be bringing that office to Main Street, might have to do some renovations on those Main Street offices, but that would be something the state could do to make sure that we decentralize the Diversity, Equity, Inclusion Department. And then after we decentralize it, we're going to change its name. It'll now be A Better Citizen. And when it changes to A Better Citizen, we will include programs for our citizens, and that would be one of them. Another one will be our Constitution. We want to be able to give everyone, including immigrants, the opportunity to really learn what it means to be a citizen of the United States of America. And so these are great opportunities. We're going to have our veterans that are teaching Constitution classes in our schools. This is also a place where our veterans would go. So our solution to a lack of education is A Better Citizen. And we think that we can use volunteers, including pastors. Knock, knock. Who is it? It's me. Pastors, yes, you're coming forward. We already know that you're doing this in your churches. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you for doing that. And so we're going to have those Constitution courses done by pastors and veterans, and we just think it's going to be amazing. And then we'll have someone like you that comes in and says, hey, I'm going to give you a course on Dave Ramsey. How's that?
That works for me.
Does that sound good?
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.